Then you retired in 2002, 2003 season.
Well, '04 was my official retirement date.
The four was. What
Yeah.
made you, so you decided in '03, or what made you come to that decision?
It just the desire wasn't there anymore. I couldn't get quite healthy like I wanted to be. I still had problem with my right foot, but more so I wanted to spend more time with my kids. They had sacrificed so much.
Mm-hmm.
Basketball was great, but two marriages failed, missing a lot of time with a kid's life. I just wanted to be there for them a little more.
We got the family time.
Yeah, I had, at that, I had two boys and, four girls. And, the boys are going to be okay. You still have to, be strong with them and give them guidance. But all little girls, man, need their dads. They need.
Speaking of that, like while in 2020, when Kobe passed away with his daughter, how did that affect you? Like,
Man, I was crushed because at that time I had got back into training and mentoring kids. And so I was in the gym with 25 kids and I always turn my phone off, when I'm training. But at this time I had it on. I didn't know I had it on. And it just kept buzzing. Kept buzzing. I'm like, dang, who's calling me this many times? And so picked up the phone and I can't remember who it was at the time that was telling me, but they were like, turn on the TV, man. Kobe, he's gone. He died. I'm looking at my watch like, is it April Fool's Day or something? Because this doesn't. And then I turned on the TV and I saw the helicopter and I went outside, man, and I just lost it. Regardless of indifference or things you do on the court, you're still a human being. You still have family. He's still a young man that had a lot to give to other people. And I don't know, it just seems like time stopped for me. And if it wasn't for the 25 kids that were in the gym that day, that when I walked back in, I had to get myself together, walk back in to share the news with them. And if it wasn't for those kids hugging me and telling me they love me and they appreciate me and coach is going to be okay, I don't know how long it would have took me to bounce out of it, man, because it was horrific. It was horrible.
that's crazy. And then you training kids and had to get that news.
Training kids, and I remember, I think it was the Knicks or somebody sending me boxes of shoes for the kids, and it was a pair of Kobe shoes in there that I didn't give the kid. I kept for myself to put in a frame. Because regardless of our indifference, he did something special for the NBA. So I kept them purposely just to have for my sports room and for that to happen, man. And I remember one of the kids that ended up going to Ivy League school, I gave him those as a present for getting an academic scholarship to Brown.
Nice.
Yeah, so yeah, it was tough. Still is, man. Even to
Still
talk
is
about.
when you think about it, right? Like, damn, is this real? Like, it's like a long dream.
Yeah, and it's been what now? 3 years?
Going on 3? Well, going on 3 years.
Going on 3 years,
Well,
right?
2 years, 20.
Yeah, it does. It just doesn't seem like it.
It's crazy. What are your thoughts? Because I see that you're putting tweets out now, and
I didn't put that out there. I did not put that. Wasn't me. Somebody hacked it.
What am I talking about?
You get ready to talk about the Draymond thing.
So you didn't? That's not you.
No, somebody. I was wondering. Because I wouldn't say nothing like that. Like pressure, that's pressure. No, somebody else. It was Chris something 001. That is not me.
You knew exactly what I was getting ready to go to, right?
Absolutely. But go ahead, finish your question.
Nah, I mean, so it wasn't you. Let me know your thoughts on the Draymond Green then.
No. First,
what are your thoughts on that? Because I would, when I heard it, I was like, this sounds like, back in the days,
yeah,
people's locker room was off the hook.
Right.
It wasn't no sweet shit. So
yeah,
that's why it's so believable.
Yeah, first, I don't know where, Jordan Poole is from or where he grew up. I know he's a talented player, but when you push somebody, when you push a grown man and you back up, don't put your hands down. Do not put
My
your
guy.
do not
My,
put your hands
thank
down.
you.
That's fighting 101 in the hood.
You couldn't even you gotta get a stance ready. You push them. You have to be ready now.
Exactly.
Okay.
Now, with that
Okay.
being said, understand that happened. Do I agree with it? Would that have happened in one of our practices? Of course, it's happened. You know what I mean? It's happened, but we've squared up and got busy. Now, back to Jordan Poole. Now, when Draymond Green gave his press conference, I would have had a press conference too, but my press conference would have been the same as his. I'm taking time off as well because I need this fade again.
Jordan Poole.
Jordan
Should've
Poole.
said that.
Jordan Poole should have said, "I'm taking time off too because we go fight again tomorrow, and we go keep fighting until this thing is even because he won't be able to live that down. He has to get some get back."
Right.
I know a lot of people ain't agree with that, but other players in the league are going to try him now. They're going to try him now because they're going to think he's soft because
I see what you're saying.
you know what I'm
now
saying?
They can go at him. Right.
Right. I hate that it's like that. A lot of people are
Right.
going to disagree. They're going to be like, "Oh, Chris is tripping and I'm going to get tweets and all this stuff." I don't care about that. I'm just giving you the real. He's going to get tried more than he's ever been tried because of that. And Draymond Green need to give him that fade so that he doesn't get tried. You know what I mean?
It makes a lot of sense, of course.
That's just sports.
And just as people, right? They're gonna keep trying you, or they see something weak about you.
Yeah, that's in life. Once they smell blood and they think you're soft, then everybody's gonna smell blood and think you're soft. That's
Right.
just the way. That's just the way it is. There's no ifs and buts about it.
Who'd you square up with in the locker room?
I didn't really have nobody tried me.
Oh, okay.
Nobody ever really. Me and John got into it a couple times, but I just played hard, man. I was at that time when I got to the league, I was 25.
Yeah.
So I'm a man. I'm gonna treat you like a man. You treat me like a man.
Right.
But nobody ever tried me. It was just the guys on the opposing teams that would always do something, and I would have to. Because I remember Oak used to, when I first got there, he said, "Man, you take care of the guards, I take care of the bigs." And that's how.
Oak looked like he wasn't having it too, though.
No, Oak didn't play, man. Oak done slapped so many people, man, that I thought he was a doctor.
And Pat too, though. Pat looked like in the locker room, like he would have been like, don't go over there.
Yeah, well, Pat had that. He was a superstar, so he had that diva, that diva.
And he's
attitude.
Jamaican.
Yeah, he had the diva attitude. He had a blue robe that he would put on. He had to have his bottle of water wiped off before he drank it in the huddle. I mean, Pat had so many different things he needed, man. He was a diva, man. Yeah.
How do you feel about the one and done now that they made the change the age now?
Well, it should have never been changed because it only affected minorities, really. When they were doing that, they always want to control the narrative. They always want to control our people's money and how they make money. So it needs to just leave it alone. Let these kids be kids. Let these guys experience and make as much money as they can because there's so much money out there to be made. The only thing is that when these young kids come to the league, I just hope they implement something in their contracts to where they have to take certain classes, business classes, how to manage their money, how to manage people, help them put the right people in their group. A lot of these young kids should reach out to LeBron because he did everything right.
Right.
And the people that he had around him, his friends, helped him maintain and do something special that hasn't really been done in this league in a long time. So if you want to copy somebody, copy the way he's handled himself as a businessman.
He has a great team around him.
He has a great team around him, and that's everything. In life, in marriages, you have to have a great team. Your wife is your teammate. You know what I mean? So everything in life, business, relationships, you got to have a right team around you or you'll fail and fall and end up going to the penitentiary, and you don't want to go there.
Bronny just signed his contract with Nike.
Yeah, I mean, but it's pops.
He didn't even get in college.
Yeah, but his pops. But
Yeah.
I've watched this kid mature into a decent basketball player as well. And just imagine the pressure that's on him to have to play under that name and that LeBron be your father. So, I mean, if you can go out there and get it, man, get as much money as you can, man, because you can't take it with you.
That's right. Get it where you can.